we're back. We have Marcel with us. Let me add him to the stream. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, Zdravo.
Oh,
I am very good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good. It's I don't know how many hours. This is like 28 hour of our live stream, so it's crazy but like it's challenging but fun. Just like anything else in the Amazon world.
Absolutely. Indeed. Yeah, it's crazy these days, and the craziness is just starting, considering that we've started now with the Prime Day, and we're expecting now the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then the Christmas and everything holidays. So
Yeah,
it will
it's gonna be
definitely.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, can you introduce yourself for the guys that might not know you? Like I said, like that U.S. sellers maybe don't know you. I wasn't really sure, but you're definitely a rising star from Europe across the world. So
Thank you for that. So my name is Marcel Marculescu. I am a co-founder of IntelliRank. We're an agency specialized in launching ranking strategies. So we can help Amazon sellers launch their product, rank them through organic search, find, buy techniques. And also we have a very special program called the Micro Influencers Program, which it's related to actually presenting your brand and building brand awareness on social media, mainly on Instagram. The whole factor behind it is to target your. Now, this is a discussion. Depends what kind of brand you're running. So, in case you have a brand where you're selling all sorts of items from baby, from kitchen, that's not so good to attend to. But if you have a brand which is, let's say, dedicated to one specific niche, like yoga, or for fishermen, people with a passion around it, then it's perfect to go ahead and advertise your brand, build brand awareness, and be present on all social media. So that's one of our programs, and this program actually was born from a crisis situation that we faced. No, really, we faced like 3 years ago. We were the first.
what
product.
happened?
Yeah, I'll tell you a brief story about myself. So the first product that I started with on Amazon, I was partnered with my best friend, and we picked the product, we did the product research as good as we could, and when we ended up there, we faced a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, and the product was a failure. That's for sure, because we ended up in a seasonal niche with a lot of competition. We didn't know what to do. So I didn't have friends like I do now. I didn't know you back then, or Shane, because he was earlier here. So it's important to have all the knowledge, to know what to do, and to know which path to take. So back then, what happened was that my best friend lost faith in the Amazon business. So I still wanted to continue. I went out to the banks and took a loan just to continue, found 2 more products and invested in them. And what happened was that I didn't have any more money to run PPC or to do, So this is how, what I was left for was, my inventory and my mindset, to be honest. Yeah. So that's when we went to social media, to Instagram, and we started, advertising our products, offering our products for free to people so that they feature them on their Instagram profile, and also bring in brand ambassadors and everything related to that, build up and organize the things in a good way. So
Nice. What did your family say when you started taking loans from the bank after failing with the first product?
Well, I didn't tell them that.
Okay. Okay.
No, I was really confident in the Amazon business, and I still am, because I see it as an opportunity. I see it as an best business possible, because it gives you freedom. It allows you to work from anywhere. All you need is a connection to the internet and a laptop, and so it took me down the road. Later on, we're still here, and we're still facing challenges, but we're in the right direction. So
I feel like when it comes to that, like it's not just about like freedom. Like that's initial idea to be free of something previously. Like like my remote work and like this part of my life changed because like I had a tie at the office, and I really hated wearing it. Like
yeah,
I don't get me wrong, I like being dressed like smart and everything, but like not every day. Like some days I just want to have a t-shirt, like like just trust your t-shirt,
correct.
and and that's it. So it always starts like you're searching for the ticket for freedom, but like if you're not passionate about what you're doing, I'm pretty sure that if you weren't passionate, you wouldn't be here and having an Intel rank at this point if you didn't like doing it. And it's not about like I know that you work hard and you work a lot, and like it's not freedom, it's the drive that you're going to accomplish something bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know,
exactly.
at least I see it like that.
But you are absolutely correct. It's the freedom that I get to organize my path, my program, my everything, my how the way I dress. Yeah, like you said, it's if it's a constraint in any field, like you have to wear a tie every day or you have to be at work at 8 sharp. Why? Why? I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Be flexible. You can wake up at 10 o'clock and do your job. Of course, there are different aspects here, but the main aspect it would be that you're your own boss, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So how is Prime Day doing for you so far?
We're really messed up. We're busy like hell, and we're trying to catch up on everything, and it's been crazy. Even though, yeah, the way to do things properly would be to actually build up, and I'm going to talk about a bit about ranking now, and which is a very
Hmm.
important factor to have prior to Prime Day, right? So every seller should, or it's important to work on their let's start from the beginning, their listing, a very good listing, to make sure they have good photos, to have good keywords in their listing, and a good description, maybe A plus content, ABC, it's there. So that's the first thing that every seller should focus on. Apart from that, slowly building up on ranking and also gathering ratings and reviews for their listing to get a product that sells, to have a good product displayed out there, and afterwards slowly build up on the ranks. And the ranks need to be ready prior to every major event. So right now it was Prime Day. We have been going through the rankings. We have been ranking a lot of products, and we're still doing that. And yeah, it's really crazy these days. And what people should think about now will be the next available event, which will be Black Friday. So we're expecting a huge increase back then as well. So before Black Friday, everyone is again trying to build up ranking, trying to be on the top, trying to from organic ranking perspective, apart from PPC and everything else, which should be handled by professionals like yourself. And yeah, that's the other part that you can build on and build and gain as much real estate as possible on each keyword that you're targeting and is relevant for your product. That's very, very important. And one, yeah, other factor that is really messed up, so to say, on the end of the year is the inventory limitation that was recently added, and not quite recently, but yeah, it was affecting a lot of sellers, and inventory management is a bit of a hassle for some of them. So yeah,
Yeah, so you say like that it's not too late for people to do ranking for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so they shouldn't like quit and like say it's
no, like I said, this is the beginning of the beautiful journey that comes. So it's Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week actually, which will be there. So yeah, that's very important. Afterwards, the winter holidays, which are crazy as well. Every seller should consider those. And I know on our side that's very important to attend to. So it will be a very strong end of the year in terms of getting prepared for everything, and ranking, and being on top position is important. You can do that through PPC, that you get your sponsored position, but you can also do it organically. and that's where we're trying to help for bring in our knowledge and help with that aspect. So if you're there, the more positions you have on the top, the better. So yeah, for the people to notice you and purchase from your brand. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
It's important for us. It's important for every Amazon seller to build up, considering a long-term business. It's important to stay safe. That's what we want to focus on, and that's the main important factor, because some people try to do not so ordinary things like black hats and stuff. Of course, there are multiple ways of doing business. Others prefer black hat, others prefer a long-term business. It's their choice. So
a lot of people are talking about black hat and that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not a fan of that. And
neither am I.
Do you think that it's something that is pretty common in Amazon space, or like in PPC world? Like when people talk about like click fraud, for example, there is so much talk about click fraud, but like as an agency, I see it like 2 or 3 times a year. Like not in one account, but like all through all of the accounts that we're managing, and we manage a lot of accounts. So it's not a frequent thing. Like how often is there a black hat when it comes to like organic part and like other aspects of selling on Amazon?
Well, I do not know, because I'm not a fan of it, but I know people people actually do that. They're trying to do all sorts of things just to find the shortcut to the top, right? So that's pretty much about it that I can define. In terms of the black hat, what I've experienced from the past, because I've let's say I've experienced a gray hat. Back then in 2017, I think it was the coupon codes, the 99% coupon codes that were helping you rank, right? So yes, I did that for one of our products and one of our brands. And later on, I ended up, with I had the luck. I was lucky that I had a product with 4 or 5 variations. So I only did the ranking on one variation. That variation was stripped of reviews, was banned from receiving reviews, was separated from the other variations. It was like really crazy. So what I've learned in terms of doing some shady things in the long run, they will always get back to you. So you can do something that's benefit for you now, and it will be a shortcut, and people are not okay with it. But on the long run, Amazon will get back to it and will take action. Yeah. So things are changing. Amazon is taking control of things, and yeah, black hat will go deeper down, or how to put it, reduced in time. And yeah, we're hoping to have a smooth and fair fight. that would be the idea.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I hope as well, because like when it comes to PPC, Amazon is like, I'm just like saying from my perspective, like Amazon is becoming more and more complex and complicated to work on, which is great. Basically, it means like that as an agency, as a PPC guy, it's gonna make people compete. Who is smarter? Who learn more? Who is more experienced? And like to display your skills. And I'm pretty sure that's going to happen with the rest of the Amazon world. Like when it comes to black hat, like removing the option for black hat, and like people mention so many new things that are happening, like Amazon Live is one of the options, Amazon Post is one of the options. So many new stuff happening. A lot of videos are introduced like through different ways of like displaying your product, including sponsor brand ads and so on. And like we have one group for PPC consultants, like a small group of 100 people on Amazon, and like there is even a talk about possible audio ads that are going to happen through Alexa. And like, it's not even beta. It's like, it's there, but not yet introduced to anybody. And it's going to happen. And so, like, adding new stuff, more and more new stuff. Like, so like in your world, when it comes to ranking, is it more complicated now to do ranking? And like you mentioned 2017, was it easier than comparing to now, or is it just like that you need to know what you're doing, or like?
Yeah, it got complicated in time. Of course, what happened back in 2017 was easier than what happened now, so to speak. But even now, it gets easier if you know what you're doing. So it's a matter of adapting the business, no? No? So that's the whole point. Yeah. So in terms of ranking, Amazon will take into consideration factors that bring into your advantage. And the most important factor is the actual sale that you're bringing in. So the more sales you have on a keyword, Amazon is likely to promote you on that keyword and other relevant keywords on to the top. That's the whole concept. And at the end of the day, Amazon looks at one thing: profit. So if you're selling and you have a good product that people want, then Amazon will promote you because they get their cut out of it, right? So the more you sell, the more Amazon will send your way. That's the whole point. But let's take it, for example, in case of a product launch. At the beginning, you're, let's say, nobody, so to speak. And you don't have ratings, reviews, you don't have anything. You have your product there and you start slowly. You start by doing, I don't know if you recommend to people to start with a PPC campaign when they're brand new. That's something I do not know. I do not want to talk about it. But slowly, making a name for yourself and, presenting your item, starting slowly with social media, making some posts about it, targeting some hashtags on Instagram, putting your product on the map. People will hear about it. It's all about psychology at the bottom of it. If you go and present, let's talk about a bit about the Instagram micro-influencer program, for example. If you want people to know about your brand, you have to post about it. And the best way is to use the word of mouth. So what we're doing, we're giving away products to specific people on Instagram, and we are asking them to post in front of their audience and also tag specific hashtags. Now, what happens is that the followers of that specific person will get intrigued, and even if they don't need that product, let's say, at the exact moment, they will see it with another friend that will be using it. They will see it maybe, who knows, elsewhere on Amazon, let's say. And psychologically, if you've heard of a brand and you know that Seller's Alley is doing PPC, you see it here, you see it there. If you want to do PPC at a certain point, to say, okay, well, who should I work with? I know Seller's Alley is doing this, so I go to them, And the same applies to each and every product. So it's important for people to have this in their subconscious mind. I don't know if you've seen, I really like the movie Focus. Have you seen it?
Oh, I need to Google it. Wait.
You have to see Focus. It's a very good movie. It's about the same aspect that we're using here. The fact that you can program a buyer's head into, doing and purchasing from your side. So yeah,
I didn't see it. Is it good?
I recommend it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It's very good. So that's a good thing for when you have some free time.
After 48-hour live stream, I'm definitely going to take a day off, and like during that day off, if I feel like watching it to screen, I'm probably going to watch the movie.
Brilliant. So I've seen where you slept last night, this morning. Yes. And I was like, wow, Lazar, really.
It reminded me, like, that bed is one of the first things that I bought when I started like PPC thing, like a couple of years ago, like as an agency, and like it was a really small office, literally the size of this room where I am now, and like I wanted to succeed in this so hard, and like I worked so hard on everything there that's like I slept on that like inflatable bed like most of the time, and like it's really good that like I'm really grateful that Jana understood, because like she was trying to launch her business at the same time, Wildly Translations, and she was working really hard on her end. So and like To be honest, I froze to death because it's warm in the office and everything. Like we have the heating and all of it, but like apart from it, like I feel like that I always need to have a blanket or something. But and I was like, should I go back home at 4 a.m. and like sleep for 2 hours? And I'm like, no, there's no point in doing that. So
exactly. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, really, really stupid thing. So
no, it's good. It's very good. It's really nice. Yeah.
Well, it's just like with everything that we do around Amazon. It's like always challenging and trying to like place the bar a bit higher. And like when you get there, you're like, okay, I'm there. I want higher and higher and higher and so on. Like I really wanted to be like the first agency ever that have like 48-hour live stream for Prime Day, and to like I even reached out to Amazon and I told them about this, and they're like, "Wow, this is really good." And like, why are you telling us about that now? Why didn't you tell us like a month ago so we can like post in like newsletter or somewhere? And I'm like, because I didn't know that I'm going to do it. Like a month ago, I decided to do it with my colleagues on Wednesday. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really
nice
organization. Yeah.
So dude, we didn't even have cameras. Like on Wednesday, we didn't have cameras, and like we managed to organize everything. Like it's a team of 40 people, you know, like and like everybody like dedicated an hour a day or 2 hours a day, and like we ended up like building everything from scratch. And like I talked to one of the colleagues today while Jana was speaking, and he was like if we had a month to do this kind of stuff, like would you do it in any other way? Like would you do it differently? And I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like we would have more time for everything. Like it wouldn't be such a huge pressure and so on. But on the other hand, like when it comes to technical part, it would look more or less the same. Maybe some small like adjustments, but like this is it.
Yeah.
So you told me that you're super busy about stuff. Like, do you still have time? I just want to be sure that I'm not stealing your time more than you're able to share.
You're not. It's okay. Fine. It's cool. So yeah, we can stay for 10 more minutes and
okay, perfect.
I'll drop off. So yeah, thank you for having me. That's very important. And
So how can people reach out to you? Like when do they need your service? Like if they're launching product, or if they're already like established brand with product that is already selling, but they want to improve the ranking, or like if they have problems with like long storage fees and like with products stuck in warehouse, which is probably not going to happen today.
Exactly. Not the case. Not within by the end of the year. I don't expect to have problems. Although, let me get back to my story. Back in when I started, there were those end of the year very, very big storage fees. So I ended up paying a lot of money, because even then my product was not selling, and I was having a lot of inventory with Amazon, and they were charging like, I don't know, I paid a lot of money that period just because the product was in stock. And that's the whole point behind it. If you have a product that doesn't sell, and let's say it doesn't sell because you're not ranked correctly or you don't have a good listing, there are some technical aspects behind it that can trigger it. And let's say that you don't have problems with the production, where ends up broken, or with I don't know, whatever smells that comes up, that sort of problems. So if your product is not selling and you're not ranked correctly, then you should try and rank it and see and build up a ranking strategy on a long term, just to bring it in front of the audience. And apart from that, long-term storage fee may still apply to some people, because they may be in the back, buried somewhere with their product and selling maybe one product per week. There are cases. And yeah, that would be a good time to unblock the inventory. They can either destroy it, get it out of Amazon to a warehouse, and try different techniques. That's also an alternative. But if they have faith in the product and maybe they started on the wrong foot, they can give it a little push and see where that goes. Yeah, it's important. And it's all about having a strategy, and most importantly is having the people to go to. Having the people that can give you an idea. I mean, people don't have to do it the way I say it's good for them. They can decide at the end, and they can challenge whatever it's the best approach for their business. That's not the case here. But in the end, if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't hear about it, like for example, the fact that you brought here a lot of good speakers. I'm not putting myself aside. Not talking about myself. So yeah, but really, really good people with good information. If you don't have the information, it's nothing. So it's important to be up to date and have all the information and adapt your business based on that.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Like I'm always like talking about it because it's not, there is no universal strategy that is going to work for everybody, but
Correct.
It's always good to know like what are your options and to see stuff from different perspective, from different angles, to have some ideas that like to reconsider what you're doing or A/B test what you're doing, because like in PPC everything is A/B test. So like you always challenge, and like the whole point of our talk now is to have people like after this talk and like when they have a coffee to think like, should they try like influencers? You know, like is it good? Like since we're talking about influencers, let's say that somebody hires you and like, or like try on their own to do like influencer thing or like whatever, in whichever way. Like how much time is usually needed to see some initial results, and like when do you say like this is like the top form of my like influencer channel? Like how do you recognize it?
You recognize what we do with the micro influencer program. We're targeting micro influencers. We're not looking at influencers, and the micro thing is about over 1,000 followers, over 1,000 up to, let's say, maybe 100,000, depends. Because if they have a smaller, let's say you're in the fishing niche, right? You're selling some fishing equipment. You're targeting people that, you know, do this every day. They have a passion around fishing, and you want them to have a small audience and very good engagement. We're looking at a minimum of 5% engagement with their posts. Also, you have to check the language they're using. You have to check the comments they're getting to make sure that they're following the same passion. When that's settled, you can approach that micro influencer and go forward with it and ask him or her to post on their profile. This is how you reach out to people with a passion. You can do it the other way around, and you can also pay for people that are posting about pretty much everything. There are the influencers that also, there are some platforms out there that can offer you the program, but you don't know where you reach it. Yeah. So we're simply targeting and trying to reach out to your exact end customer. Now, in terms of what you're getting, we have been testing lately, and we've actually launched one of our products, and it's a testing. Only by getting content from the micro influencers. Now, what does that mean? It means that we have put one picture with the product, and we've started engaging micro influencers. We've asked them to test the product, to send us, to tag us on their posts, to tag other relevant hashtags. We've asked them to provide us and allow us to use the content they are providing, photos and videos, and that's very important. And we've built up our listing and our A+ content with content got from them. So we've excluded, I don't hope the people that are providing photography services will excuse me here, but we've excluded that part, and we're bringing in authenticity to the product, to the listing. And it's very important to have that in mind, because you can always do a rendering or photoshopping a lot of products, and that's always an option. Like I said before, there's not one way of doing things. We're trying to do it differently. We're trying to gather the content and use it within the listings. And the social proof is very, very important, because people need this in their head. They have the belonging. If you know the hierarchy of needs, the belonging to a social group is one of the things there, and is the thing we're targeting. We're targeting people because, like I said earlier, if it's an influencer with, in the fishing area, with the fishing niche, and all the followers are fishermen, or, people interested in fishing normally, yeah. What happens in their head, in the people's head, and it's in our heads actually, because we're also humans, when you're in a group, you see someone that has purchased, that new fishing rod and latest model with I don't know whatever improvements you've added to it, and Lazar is selling it, right? But I'm promoting it in front of my audience. Then the people there will feel to acknowledge their belonging to that group by at a certain point reaching out and purchasing it. And the moment they purchase it, they feel that they belong, and they confirm to themselves that the passion and the group they're in is for them. It's really intriguing. But once again, I go back to that movie, to Focus. It's very, very educational in this field.
Okay, I definitely need to watch that one.
Yeah, I'm advertising movies now.
You're reaching out to micro-influencers to advertise movies. Nice.
Yes.
Well,
so yeah,
I'm pretty sure you might do that as well.
No, probably.
So basically, your services are not only for Amazon sellers. Anybody can reach out to you that has like Shopify store, e-commerce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, because it's well, with Amazon, it's good that when you ask the people to place the purchase, you can also get a bump in the sales on a specific keyword. Let's say it's good for starters, but even on the long run. So in terms of what you get out of this program, you get, first of all, authentic content, photos and videos that you can later reuse, maybe reuse in ads or YouTube videos. Depends. You're reaching all sorts of people, and people are taking a photo or a video with their phone, or we've reached some very, very extraordinary niches where people are so passionate about photography that you end up with extraordinary photos that you can later reuse. And it depends from one product to another. It's not like 100% everything will be like this. Depends where you reach at. And that's very important. Also, you're getting social proof. You're getting people that find out about your brand, that will know about your brand in the future, and you need to keep them involved and engaged with several posts and information for them to know about you. And in the end, sales will follow, that's for sure. But this is considering a long-term strategy. It's not like building something and in 3 days I'm expecting results. It's a continuous process. It's on the long run. It's for your business, actually. It's important, and it's sometimes people do not think about this, but the social media is the best way to reach your end customers. Let's take it when the pandemic times were here. Everyone was inside watching Netflix, staying on Facebook, Instagram, scrolling. That's where they are, and you need to be where your customers are at the moment. So they will always be on social media, that's for sure. I don't know about TikTok, to be honest. We have some follow-up on that one, but it's really
Everybody still talks about TikTok. I talked about it with Shane as well, and like with Norm yesterday. And like, what's my experience with TikTok and brands? They usually introduce the brand in a manner like how they would like it to be seen, and not like in a way like what their audience like would like to see, and like what TikTok audience would like to see. Like when you go to like US TikTok and scroll, like you can see a lot of young people like doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and like it's always funny and engaging, and people enjoy being on TikTok just because it's so much fun and everything, like because of the content that people are providing. And like you scroll, and you end up like watching the video about something that is like super boring, and you're like, this is not for me. Why is it here? Like you need to know your customers, as you mentioned, like for Instagram, like you need to pick your influencer, like even like micro influencer that has like for me as well, like it's always better to create an ad, like to narrow down the search funnel, to narrow the audience to like smaller group, but to target the core of your potential customers, and from there you can expand further. Like like when you create a bunch of campaigns on Amazon, like you can great category targeting campaigns as well, and like cross targeting different categories, like with relevant products, like that are not the same. But like you need to start with something that is going to be like the core.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, considering our other service that we have, the ranking process. Within ranking, we are building right Facebook ads, and we are getting people to come to us. And we don't have so much control over that. We don't know what kind of people are coming to us. We sometimes run into scammers because, there are all sorts of people out there. But going this way on social media, of course, on social media and on Instagram is a slower process because you cannot reach out to 1 million people one day. That's for sure. And but the quality of the people is better because you get to handpick them. Just watch what they're doing, watch what they're posting, how they're talking, their audience, what they're saying. You get something around your head to understand if it's a good candidate or not for your brand, and that makes it.
How do you know that like you're doing a good job? Like if I hire you, like I have no idea like what you're doing, and I don't know anything about like reaching out to micro influencers. Like obviously you're going to reach out to them, and like they're going to post and all of that. Like how do I know that it's like doing good for my brand at some point? Like by having a lot of them talking about like creating a buzz, or like how it goes?
From our point of view, the moment that you get tagged with your own product by people that you never talked to before, that's when people are starting to notice you, and that's when you get to, that's where we get enthusiastic about it, because we see posts with your product, and they are saying, okay, this is a great product, I just bought it, and it's incredible from this brand, and they tag your brand. And that's when people actually react to your brand awareness program, because people see it. We also ran into all sorts of people. There was this specific niche where, they even posted a review, and there was something like, my daughter wanted the product from this brand and this brand only, even though we have other options. She wanted from this brand because, she likes this brand and follows it. And so it's that sort of emotional content that comes your way and tells you that, okay, we're on the right track. We're doing good things because people notice us. People come to the brand that we're advertising, and they're enthusiastic about it. That's what we're trying to achieve here. We're not building up, so to speak, like making a post and reaching 1 million people and nobody talks about you. That's, I don't know. That's a waste of time and energy. But at the end, when people talk about you without asking them to do it, it's a very good indicator that you're doing something right, at least.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, cool. That's really good to know. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people had like doubts, like how like they can measure it if it works, but this is like a really good way how to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Depends on what people are looking for. Some people are looking for content. Others are looking for a long-term business, and they're in the program for a long term. And we had customers like for two years almost now. And depends. Each customer of ours is looking for a different thing out of the program. Depends what they react to. But
the strategy and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's important for everyone to know they can do it, and afterwards they decide if it's good for their business or not.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man, and thank you for being with us with such a short notice. And
appreciate it.
I hope that you're going to have a great rest of the Prime Day, and like talk to you soon.
Talk soon, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.
I really hope so as well. Like that's one of the main topics during our like live stream. Like we miss conferences to spend time together.
Spend time and have a drink. That's the important thing. Yeah.
You're the second person that is connecting me with drinks. That's kind of problem here.
No. It's my problem. It's not your problem. You can stay and watch, Lazar. I can drink. You can watch. No problem.
Terrible. Okay, man. Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a good one. Bye.